what team am I liking at the moment the most? It would probably be the Radiant. They've got a nicely balanced team, whereas the Dire has 1 strength, which is completely not good to do, because as I mentioned in my how to own at Dota video, you're gonna want you know, a very balanced team, which this is balanced, but just it's not carry heavy balanced. Looks like we have Smoke of Deceit, interesting item to choose. I don't think I've seen that in one of my casts yet. And not only that, but Sand King also bought a courier, which really shouldn't be done by the strength a lot. Now this is a good time for them to pause, because it'll give me a second to explain the heroes. We're noticing a lot of safety items on the heroes at the moment so far, which we've only seen 2 for the Dire. So Tinker has a lot of safety items. There's that courier Sand King bot, which is kind of interesting. And actually, I just noticed all the Dire is heading bot. I don't know if they're going to try and level 1 rush or do an all-out gank, but either way, we'll see what happens. Yeah, their whole team's going safety items, so... And I don't know if these are good safety items to be going with Roshan, but I don't think they're great with ganking either. We'll have to see what happens there. Lots of safety items, Windrunner not so much. And yeah, it looks like Venomancer's playing the support at the moment. For the Radiant, we have Doombringer with better items. You don't see a lot of melee strengths soloing mid too often, and when you do, it's best to go like Stout Shield and stuff like that, just because you'll most likely be fighting a ranged hero that is going to be a pain for you to fight. A few safety items on Rana, not too many. Ricky, better. I'm liking the slippers and the circlet, but still has the safety items. It's early game, you always want safety items. If you're not going safety items, you're in big trouble. One of them bought the courier, and Slayer and Tidehunter are still deciding what to do. This pause is taking extremely long, so I'm just gonna fast forward that. Actually, I could just do it this way. There. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for the Dire, looks like everyone's bought. We'll see. I think it's a gank, otherwise they would have probably went to Roshan by now. So, otherwise, for the Radiant, we have Doombringer middle, Mirana top, looks like Tide and Ricky bottom, and
30 seconds.
I don't think Slayer's noticed that there's 2 bottom yet. But then again, there is 5 Dire, and looks like they are definitely going to be doing an early gank. We'll see how early this is. Extremely interesting spot to be placing Observer Wards by Venomancer. And looks like they're already starting to gank. Wow, that's really early. Was not expecting this. I'm not expecting that. I don't know why that's placed there. I think the vision's slightly obstructed. But we'll see. Now that they saw all them bottom, I think that's why Slayer is sticking around, just to be on the safe side. These 5 are all hanging around out here. Now, a lot of people may think this is a good idea to do, but this is really risky, especially if it fails and the people who went normal lanes succeed in just farming up. You gotta watch out for that, but looks like they will succeed. 4 first blood, Morphling gets it, and Ricky and Tide are actually at really low HP. These 5 are gonna back out. Venomancer was the only one who really got affected here. Another pause. I'm gonna speed up because we've done our pauses for now. And looks like this is a foreign game, though I'm pretty sure it's on the North American server, so there's a better spot for an Observer Ward. This is where you want to place them. I mentioned this in many of my casts. I mean, lots of vision. The only thing this is gonna get... Actually, that's pretty nice. It's given the full path and this area to know if they're going to do any creep pulling. I kind of wanted to stick to lane, but I'm seeing the Dyers running all over the place, so we're just going to watch what's going to happen with this. Doom is taking a lot of damage, has been stunned. Venomancer is doing regular poison damage. And Sand King Bear back out. Now, Sand King's gonna fall in the process, however, they do manage to kill Dudeburger. 1 for 1. The Dire is in the lead 2 to 1, and Venomancer is quite low to be sticking around. Should watch out for that. We do have 3 bottom. This is not going to be good for bottom lane, especially since Windrunner's soloing. So if they don't gank her soon, this is not going to pay off for them, because the experience is just getting wasted. They attempt to gank, or at least try to scare her off. If it does succeed. Tide Hunter's just checking around, making sure no one else is here to gank. Another ward. This is nice. I like seeing wards this early in the game. So there's a haste room at bottom. Just gonna go to top here because, again, looks like the Dire is really interested in ganking today. Because, yeah, here we go. They see this. I don't know what Mirana was doing there. Could have backed out a bit earlier than that, but Venom was down there. We'll see what happens. Slow poison. Stunned by Sand King. There's the waveform. Yeah, I got that right. Okay. And Mirana falls in the process. So it looks like... There you go. That's what all the safety items were for, so that they could run around ganking and stuff like that. Buy some more wards. I'm really liking already the mass wards this game. That's an interesting spot. I never knew it. Like the vision there and the vision there. I'm starting to like that spot though. I'm sure it could have been used for a better situation, a better area.
Denied.
So Windrunner actually doing quite nice for these 3 bot. One of them should back out. They need to distribute the experience evenly amongst all of them, and with 3 of them being here, it's just not helping, so they want to get that fixed right away. Doom and Tinker, a really good hero to be soloing mid. However, leveled up March of the Machines. That is really intriguing. I don't know why this Tinker has done that, but I'm just gonna go top here because it looks like I see another gank, which Mirana has managed to detect. And we'll back out safely to the tower. The Dire is going to want to transition out of those ganks for at the moment and go back to regular lane pushes. Because at the moment, these 3 are not really getting EXP. Just the same as these 3, so it's evening it out. And then you've got these 2 that are playing pretty normal in middle. But I guess March of the Machines is great for farming creeps, but Tinker could do that successfully just with these 2 abilities, with the laser and the heat-seeking missile. So that's really interesting. I'm gonna just check top here because looks like they're trying to kill this top tower, which is having some success. Rana really can't do much about it. Should be contacting teammates for help, in which case one of the ones at bottom would have to come up. Actually, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing the 5th person. Which I have. Oh, there we go. There's Tide. Okay, so Tide's. I think Tinker spotted that. And that tower is really falling at top quite nicely. For the Dire, there's a waveform. However, starts attacking creeps. There's the slow poison. Mirana's gonna back out. That'll give them some time to kill this tower. See, notice how I mentioned this in my previous cast, which was the how to own at Dota, how you could do this, but you have to watch it. It's pretty risky, but since there was 3 of them here, they were all backed out. No one came to help Mirana, and for that, the top tower has fallen. So Dire are definitely doing really well at the moment. There's that March of the Machines. Let's see what it's for. Yeah, it's killing the creeps nicely. He's trying to last hit. He or she. Mirana not dying at bottom, but there is now only 2 of them, so we'll see. No help by Ricky, but Slayer is doing a nice job at killing Mirana, and the creeps are being maintained normally. Check for some last hits and denies. Ricky could. There we go. And there's another one, but misses them. It's really hard when the tower's attacking, but at the same time, it could help, if you can anticipate it well, you could get those last hits in quite nicely and quite fast due to the tower. This Windrunner is really going to benefit from bottom lane. We have these three benefiting from top lane, using their flying courier effectively. The Radiance is still regular, just a normal donkey, but oh boy, with the pauses. Oh well, this will give me time to talk. But I mean, it's not like a race to see who gets the flying courier first. I mean, if you have a courier, that's good enough. Flying's nice. This whole team's doing a lot of risky ganks, and they're succeeding, so they're gonna need this flying courier to transport items to them. There's an ironwood branch. A lot of people do this to use it as bait. And vision. Well, not vision, just bait. It's nice. That ward's gonna fall out soon. The Dire's wards have already fallen out. Venomancer, I'm pretty sure, bought those again. Places one there. Which, whenever you're warding, you really only want to have one up at a time.
Double damage.
And, I mean, at the beginning, that was an exception, but
Radiant's middle tower is under
then
attack.
they went back to normal and followed the normal procedure. I'm interested by the sentry ward. I mean, that's there obviously for Ricky, to see if Ricky will do ganks or anything. But Ricky is on the Radiance team, so who is that for? I have no clue. Probably should have bought an Observer ward because the likeliness they'll get an invisibility rune is
Radiant's
pretty slim.
middle tower is under attack.
The difference between sentries and observer wards, if anyone's... Oh, hold on. I think I know what it's for. I think it has detection of that observer ward there, so they now know it's there, and they could go and kill that easily. So that might happen, we'll see. But looks like these two are going to gank. There is 3 bottom here. Oh no. Yeah, okay. So Slayer going north. No, going in here to teleport. Can they? Yes. She gets out of there. So these 3 failed in their gank. Ricky is going to heal, and I'm pretty sure they do see that. Which means that they could kill that, and that totally is a gain for the Radiant. Gold-wise, and just all-around game-wise. So we got 3 here, 3 here, and they're going in. Sandcake's getting low, uses Sandstorm, they cannot see him. However, Tide does not have ult, so there's no... Okay, wait. He's using his 3rd ability to try and kill Sand King. However, you can take a lot of damage, and looks like, wow, Sand King falls. Tide Hunter needs to back out. There you go, those sentry wards did pay off. 1 for here, if they can manage to do that. If not, it paid off here, because they were able to kill Sand King with it. Although I'm sure Tide's 3rd ability, see, lots of mana, could have probably eventually killed him. But Tide might have fell in the process. So, there you go. And there's an Observer ward by the Dire. It's just out of range of that sentry ward, so they cannot see that, and that will provide the Dire with nice vision. Here they go. They're going in for Ricky. There's the stun. There's another stun by Windrunner. Oh, Sand King managed to attack the creeps instead of Ricky. And here they go, going for Windrunner. Windrunner is very low. Sand King does stun. Windrunner's going to try and book it out there. No mana. This is going to be risky. Ricky, too low in HP to help. Oh, just misses. And now she is going to try and escape the situation. Lena is booking it. Uses a tree. That's really good to use if you're able to micro that well in Dota. And she will use mana to heal. Ricky, however, does not have any heals, but Lena does hand over some trees for him to use. There you go, that whole teamwork aspect. That whole teamwork aspect, not Asper.
Denied.
Morphling going in to kill Ricky. Ricky was kinda sticking around at too low of HP. Yes, Lena did give him some trees, but trees don't heal that much. Ricky was too low. But it was nice that Lena did use teamwork, Slayer, whatever. Venomancer trying to get that mid tower, and is gonna go for it. Can Doom deny it? We'll see deny. Beautiful deny by Doom. I'm liking the gameplay throughout both teams. The Dire I'm actually not liking as much as the Radiant, although the Dire has been doing some nice risky moves, such as the tower block right here to kill this tower, the early ganks, and looks like Tide is going to hide nicely, but does have nice HP, should be getting some kills there. There's a Sentry Ward by the Radiant, and now I figured out another reason why the Radiant has been buying those Sentry Wards. I'll explain that later. Ricky does get the kill against Sand King. Morphling, nice waveform to get out of there. Probably could have waveformed up here, but just wanted to be... again, the reaction time. Like, you don't have a lot of time to react. You can't go thinking what's better or what's not within half a second. You just gotta go for it. And that is... that's interesting. These wards are just getting more interesting by the moment. But I'm figuring out what they're for. So this sentry obviously couldn't see this, so that ward will live, meaning that sentry is useless. But another reason why the Radiant could be buying sentry wards is because of Sand King, which I didn't realize that at the moment. But that is probably another reason for Sandstorm. Just, although they should be saving those for when he sandstorms and then using them, but whatever. Oh boy, that was a lot of talking. And looks like there's gonna be some more talking. Doom by Doom. So Venomancer's taking heavy damage. Rickamaro goes in there. I'd consider that KS. I'm pretty sure Doom could have got that. Windrunner taking a lot of damage. Running away. Oh, there we go. Ricky manages to get the kill. There's a double kill. Tinker and Sand King are a bit too late, and there is more Radiant here than there is Dire, so they will fall. There's that Ironwood branch. That may pay off later on in the game. We'll have to see. Morphling could try a solo gank on Brano, but isn't. Yeah, it's probably won't succeed. Sand King at low HP, and here they go. Ricky, I think, hit a creep there with his blink. Yet Slayer managed to get the kill, so that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. That is really... that was obviously there for that whole situation that was going on not too long ago. But yeah. Ult used by Tinker. With some heroes... oh, hold on, I'm just gonna go to bot. I see something going on at bot. I doubt anything will actually happen. Never mind. Ricky's gonna just try and do some damage. Windrider's gonna do some damage. Excuse me. But the rearm on Tinker, this is probably one of the most interesting Tinkers I have ever seen. One, Tinker is like Tiny. You aren't supposed to level up the ult unless you're really succeeding in a game. As you can see, the KDR, they're both extremely even, so illusion. This Tinker probably should have went standard, but did go rearm. It's just rearm early level is useless, and I know you need to level it up early in order to level it up later, but when you reach level 6, it's best not to go rearm. I mean, this Tinker probably could have waited till like now to level it up, but you know, laser would have been a higher priority than rearm. I would have waited till at least double digits before I started leveling rearm. And this Tinker also went March of the Machines rather than laser, but is pretty farmed due to it in middle lane, so again, you could always break boundaries. Like this Tinker obviously didn't want to go standard and isn't, and is doing okay by doing that. We haven't really watched much play by Tinker, but maybe we'll see some play right now. There's Mirana's ult, so they do not see them. Actually, they do. So here we go, they're fighting. Doom falls quite fast in this situation. There's the ult by Tide. Only manages to hit 2 of them. Still better than nothing. Ricky taking a lot of damage. There's the stun by Sand King. Down goes Ricky. Windrunner gets the double kill. Nice. Okay, there's the stun. Yeah, Tide is pretty much out of here. There was a stun by Sand King in case if all the other 3's abilities didn't succeed. There's another rearm by Tinker. The abilities are all back up, and this tower is going to fall. They're all at low HP. There's only 2 of them left. Mirana has been staying at top lane for quite a while.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And now that everyone's starting to get close to level 11, which is your second level for your ult, you should be transitioning and roaming around, no matter what hero you are by now, trying to get kills. The Dire is doing that. The Radiant, however, is falling behind in that situation. Ricky really is the only one that's doing that at the moment. Lots of wards. Look at this. Sentry ward. There we go. Now the Dire is buying sentry ward. So we got sentry ward there. An observer ward that's almost out for the Radiant there. An observer ward. Nice spot. I like this spot for the Dire. And there's another good spot. However, the Dire has about a sentry ward to get. I'm really... I guess I think they're buying these because in case if the other team, whoever buys the sentry ward and places it here, in case the other team places one right up here, they'll be able to see it and kill it. Which I guess that's why they're placing them there, because they might think that they've placed sentry wards there. I don't know. It's pretty crazy, but I'm liking the wards. Look at this. Look, we got a ward here. Excellent ward spot. Here's another ward spot. Really nice. I'm liking this ward spot too. There's another ward. Look at this. Look at this. 2 wards by Veno. But Veno knew he was going to die there. But Windrunner is going to try and power shot. Right about now. She's going to have to time this quite nicely. No. Didn't fall that too well. But Ricky did some nice deke. That was... I'd technically call that a deke. Avoided that quite nicely. So yeah, although Vena was dying, probably only needed to place one of these.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm loving the wards. Look at the minimap. Just look. Look at all those wards. That's intense. And it's been pretty much all game. Oh, I don't know how that stun did not hit because the radius on that is pretty big, actually. I've seen some ridiculous stuns, and that one right there was just not quite surprising that it didn't hit. So there we go, 4 Radiant in the middle. If we look at the tower count, the Dire has all their towers, actually. Radiant has lost all their first tier towers, and the Dire is invisible, all of them. I think that is from Smoke of Deceit. Yes, it is. So they will be revealed when they get close. But it just helps to avoid observer detection. And there they go. The Dire manages to get some kills. And we will see if they could get some more. Why is Murata going in there all by herself? Does some damage, backs out, but we'll see if she lives. Yes, she does. So nice. I actually just figured out another reason why they're placing sentry wards everywhere rather than an observer. For Smoke of Deceit, because observer wards cannot see Smoke of Deceit, so the sentry wards can. And Smoke of Deceit has been used a few times now in this game, so there you go. If your opponents are going Smoke of Deceit, go sentry wards. All 5 of them are killing this tower quite nicely. All of the Radiant are alive, however Lena is the only one here. She's just gonna have to spam some abilities, but wants to keep some in case if they do initiate a gank. Which there goes an arrow. The range cancelled a bit early. There's a tower they can deny, but they're gonna wait till the creeps are dead, and then they will deny. There's a second deny by Doombringer. Both middle lane. Observer Ward. That's a really nice spot. I love this spot. It's probably one of my favorite spots to place an Observer Ward. Especially since the Dire is starting to get in the Radiant's territory more frequently. It gives them all this creep vision. I mean, they could see if they're going to bottom lane or not, and etc. So the Radiant now knows that they gotta do something. They gotta get at least one tower. They're gonna push right now. Tide is getting pretty low. There's the ult. Tide wants to back out right away. Taking a lot of damage from the tower. However, may escape here. Veno is low. Windrunner gets more kills. Now is dominating. And there goes Tinker rearming. And we'll see. There's the missile. Will it kill Tide? Yes, it will kill Tide. And Ricky is stunned. They cannot see Ricky. There's the Ironwood branch. And there we go. I have 0 wards. Wow, there are so many wards. I want to know who's buying these. I think for the Dire, it's mostly Venomancer. Like, look at this. Sentry Snap. Veno literally has no items. I mean, if we look at Tanker, look at these items. BOT, Ultimate Orb, probably going for either Lincoln's or something else, but actually Ty doesn't have much items, but Ricky has nice items, so pretty much what